This is just going to be hopefully a real quick video. Just want to talk about, Jesus being a personification of pure consciousness, pure awareness, and his connection, he's also a personification of the sun. And I've just been thinking about this a little lately, like, I'm driving, so excuse the noise that you're probably going to hear. I was just listening to Christmas music, and I kind of got inspired to make this video, hearing this one line in one Christmas song, Jesus is King, and I just, keep thinking, like, oh my God, like, with Christians looking outside of themselves for a savior, and people talking about the return of Jesus, like this guy at my work, like, we've discovered each other that we're both, or I'm spiritual, I guess he's religious, but we both generally see the world for what it is, and we bond over that. But one thing we don't, I haven't really made it clear to him, but one thing that I don't agree with him on, is a big one, that Jesus is, he doesn't understand that Jesus isn't coming back. Jesus isn't anything outside of you. And Jesus himself really, he told you this, you know what I mean? Like, as far as Jesus or Christ symbolizing pure awareness, the divine within, us humans, he was telling you that's within you, basically as within me, as within you type of thing. He literally said, ye are gods. This type of stuff that I'm talking about, there's, the Bible even backs me up with you could find a few things in the Bible that back this, what I'm saying up. But really, sorry, I'm just changing lanes. It's really in the Gnostic texts that really tell you this, right? Because what we're Christians don't even know this. Christians don't even know their origin. It's sad that Christianity was originally Gnosticism, okay? And then once the church, suppressed them, the Gnostics, and they hijacked it and created Christianity, pretty much. Or really, it should be called churchianity, which I've heard a few people say, so I'm going to say it too. Because that's what it is. It's it comes from the Vatican, right? It comes from the Catholic Church, as if you've been following my channel, you should see the Catholic Church rules all this shit, everything. But it just baffles me that we're in 2020, at the end of 2023. And people just don't understand yet. Like, Jesus is a symbol of pure consciousness. And he, quote unquote, he will not return until the masses, the general, most people on this planet awaken to their divine nature and become more conscious. You will not see any, like, you will not see any progress in this world until people, the majority of people, in my opinion, become more conscious. It really just, like, irks me, like, how do people not see this? And the connection, you know, with consciousness and the sun, you know, what is the sun? Light. You know, light, gnosis. Gnosis has been said to be, you know, is pretty much synonymous with light. And the sun is actually been likened to God. I think it even says that in the Bible. Basically, like, the sun is... Some have thought the sun is like a form of, you know, a very high form of God. I don't really know how to put it, but I think you get my gist. And, you know, light, illumination, you know, the Catholic Church, the order out of the Catholic Church, the New World Order out of the Catholic Church right now is the Jesuits. They have a sun for their logo. Their formal name, Society of Jesus, Jesus the Sun, all that stuff. You know, I've said this multiple times, but, you know, I think it's really not hard to put two and two together with the connection, regarding the connection between the sun and consciousness. You know, gnosis, because gnosis is knowledge, specifically divine knowledge. Spiritual knowledge, spiritual intuition. Gnosis is knowledge that comes from experience, not just, you know, reading a book, blah, blah, blah. It's direct knowledge, or, direct experience of the divine, right? So, that's what, I mean, and Jesus would, and I used to believe Jesus did not come in human form, but I've come to believe that is actually, that he did come into human form, just because I've realized, I've come to realize that these, you know, symbols and archetypes, these personifications of things, like, some believe that, you know, some people believe like me that Jesus didn't come in human form, but he was really just a symbol, really just, you know, a personification, like I've been saying. But and, you know, personified to make the teachings and whatever more understandable, right? That's an argument people have, is why things are personified and blah blah blah. But anyways, I've come to believe that I for the most part, I think that, how do I put the spiritual figures like Buddha, like you know, I believe Buddha, you know, also it was, you know, incarnated, but and again, some people think Buddha just a symbol, just a personification of such and such, like Christ, right? But I do believe that both of these incarnations did take place. You know, I wasn't back then though, but this is just my belief. And why have I come to believe that? Because I began to see, as I get older, I begin and experience more. I just see how these formless concepts, right? I see how formless concepts at some point manifest themselves into materiality. Okay, I kind of butchered that pronunciation, but you get what I'm saying. The return of Christ specifically is a symbolizes humanity returning, true humanity returning, because true humanity, and you know, I've made a video on this, humanity, the good side of 6 slash 66 slash 666. I've talked about it in there, I think, like similar to what I'm saying now. Go watch that video if you haven't already. But true humanity is more conscious than we modern day humans are now, especially here in the West. We're really like animals because we're just not very conscious. We do a lot of unconscious acts. And our true humanity will be returned when we change that. But we have to do it. Nobody's going to come down and save us. We have to do it. And that's what, people need to understand. But anyways, that was just my spiel. Thank you guys for listening. I'm out. Peace.